E agora eu vou falar com ela, a Zoe Kravitz, a Mulher-Gato do filme Batman. Bora lá! Zoe Kravitz, é um prazer ter você aqui no Warner Play. Muito obrigado pela presença. E eu quero saber antes, como que foi a construção da personagem Mulher-Gato? Como que você fez essa personagem?
Well, Matt's amazing because he's really collaborative, you know? He really does want to know what his actors think and feel about the characters. And before I had the part but had read the script, I kind of thought, why not just tell him honestly what I think and what I feel, even though the part's not mine. And what was really important to me is that Selena didn't come off like a victim, because she comes from a really troubled past. And I think there can be a little bit of a trap with female characters that come from troubled pasts or are vengeful in some way, where they feel like a victim, and I don't think that's who she is. I think she's incredibly tough. And the fact that she has survived this far, and the fact that she has the drive that she does. The other thing that I kind of brought to Matt was this idea of stray cats, of strays, and I think that she's a stray herself. I think she looks at Batman as a stray, and I think that's where their connection lies.
E pra você, a Mulher-Gato se caracteriza mais como heroína ou como vilã, ou um pouco das duas? Como que é isso?
I think that's what's so wonderful about this world is, the exploration of the gray area. It's not about black and white, it's not about good and evil. There's just so much in the gray, and human beings are so complicated, and it's so interesting and fun to watch that in-between space and to live in that in-between space.
E as características são incríveis, né? O próprio Pinguim, o Colin Farrell, ele foi num café e nem foi reconhecido, né?
I lost my mind. I couldn't believe it when we were shooting a scene, and Matt said, he's like, "You're not gonna recognize him." And I was like, yeah. And then Colin walked up to set, and I was like, no. I couldn't believe it. And he walked right up to me, and I was looking for Colin in there, and I couldn't see him. I still to this day, actually, because I've only met Colin a few times outside of this film, I feel like I don't know Colin Farrell. I know the Penguin, I know that guy, but I really only know that guy because Colin's a different person. And every once in a while, I would see Colin leaving after work and be like, who's that? It's so crazy what they were able to do. And then also what Colin was able to do, really bring that character to life with his movements, the way he walked, the way he spoke, all of it. I think what he did with Oz was just impeccable.
E fala pra mim, como que foi trabalhar com Matt Reeves no filme Batman?
Matt's incredible. Matt is one of my favorite directors I've ever worked with. His dedication to the story, his desire to stay true to what's going on emotionally, and at the same time, he's very technical, and his attention to detail is unlike anything I've ever seen. And he does a lot of takes. He goes until he gets it, and I really appreciate that. And I think especially when you are working with someone who you completely trust and believe in, which doesn't happen all the time. Even there's been moments where I don't quite understand what he's doing or what he's going for, but I completely surrender to him because I know that he knows what he's doing, and it always turns out fantastic. And he's, again, so collaborative. But I don't think I've ever worked with someone who pays attention to detail like him. He'll tell you to say a line, then take a breath, then put your hands down, then finish the line. It's so specific, and this movie is so visual, those things really matter. But it's been really amazing to work with a director who is in such control in a wonderful way, and yet at the same time is so collaborative. He really wants the actors to be a part of the process, make sure they're happy with what's going on. He really listens to an idea, no matter how long he's been visualizing something one way. If someone comes up with an idea, he's always open to hear it, and that's really incredible. It's a true collaborative process, and his love for the story and his intention behind it is the thing that has driven us through this entire project.
E é isso, Zoe Kravitz, muito obrigado pela sua presença aqui no Warner Play e eu convido você que não assistiu ainda o filme Batman para assistir nas principais plataformas digitais que já está disponível, o link está na descrição para você comprar ou alugar esse filme incrível. E se você assistiu também já no cinema, é a chance de assistir de novo com calma, ver todos os detalhes, pode assistir em 4K, legendado, dublado, do jeito que você quiser, beleza? E se você gostou desse vídeo, clica no like aqui para eu saber que você gostou, né? E também se inscreva no Warner Play porque não tem desvantagem. A gente mostra tudo sobre Batman, conteúdos exclusivos e sobre todo o universo gamer e geek da Warner também, beleza? Então um abraço, até mais e tchau! E aí, gostou do vídeo? Então se inscreva no Warner Play clicando aqui e a gente deixou outras 2 sugestões de vídeo para você.